a man not take a shit in peace?
No.
Not while you're active on Discord and playing Lawnmower Simulator. I see you.
I mean, yeah, but even every now and then a lawn daddy has to, take a deuce.
I can assume that you dragged your entire computer into the bathroom to play Lawnmower Simulator while you were pooping, and you were more than able to hear my Discord pings.
The only reason I could hear them is because they were coming through the speakers on my computer.
I love it.
Let's see. Let me switch this up.
Yeah, I need screens.
Hang on.
You bring forth to me.
Okay, so I need to go to audio.
Omega was talking about his kick-ass vacation.
I know. I saw all that food and I'm jealous. I showed my wife the list and she goes, "Holy shit."
That was just one day.
Yeah, that's what I told her. I said, "That was a day." And she goes, "No." I said, "Absolutely, yeah."
I mean, granted, that whole day was like devoted to food and drink. We rode only 2 rides that day. But we had already had a day in Epcot where we did the rides that we wanted to do. This was when we went there just to crush the Food and Wine Festival. And, yeah, so it was just fucking exhausting. But it was delicious. And I'm tired.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm very sleepy.
So I did a thing. I put up shelves.
There we go. Now I can see. Oh, well, yeah, look, you got the little thing. You're almost a full-blown otaku.
I will never be a full-blown otaku.
I don't actually know what that is. I'm a poser weeb. I watched Cowboy Bebop.
I mean, I guess that counts. Can you see my stream?
Otaku literally is just like kind of the
is.
Japanese word for nerd. I actually
Pretty
just
much is.
learned about this in Disney. Like, you could be just like, I'm a space nerd and, whatever. Like, you can be an otaku for a specific thing, like anime or manga or, whatever it might be. So it's literally just the Japanese word for nerd.
I know what my next Discord name is going to be. I can't, but I have to work it into Squid. That's the challenge. And Lawn Daddy Zero, before you were Lawn Daddy Zero, you were Leonard Squiddard, which I thought was very clever.
Okay, so start the engine.
I was thinking about being Free Squid, and then I saw that you had quoted Squid Bird, and this bird will never squit. And then I thought about being Squid Home, Alabama.
Ah, nice.
Okay, yeah, this is a good enough place to... Hello, everybody. Welcome to Church of Chonkwij Podcast. My name is Squiddy Bobby Brown, and I'm joined tonight by Lawn Daddy Zero, Masami, and OmegaConstruct. And it's been a couple weeks, but an event happened, and Lawnmower Simulator was free on Epic. So, yes. Omega, I don't know if you picked yours up. Masami, I don't know if you've picked yours up, but Zero and I definitely have ours. And it's just glorious.
It has been one hell of a couple of weeks for me. I needed this game to be for free, and it could not have come at a better time.
I never realized how much I enjoyed mowing the lawn. I have a lawn to mow. I have a significant amount of lawn to mow, but I never realized how much I enjoyed it until it was a simulator. You missed a spot back there, by the way.
I'm gonna go back and get it, Doc.
So fucking
I do
compulsory.
I do an outline first, make sure I get everything set, and then I Zamboni the shit out of this thing.
You realize you guys are playing a game which all of us will be anal retentive about your technique at any point in time without
Yes.
warning.
Yes.
Absolutely. And
Yep.
I appreciate you being anal with me.
I mean, sometimes I bring lubrication and sometimes I don't. It depends how much I like you on the day.
When you bring lube, does that mean you like him less?
Depends on his disposition that day.
That was sorry, Zero. That wasn't you that posted that, was it?
What?
Learn to like it going in dry. You must.
That may have been me.
Oh, Yoda. Anyway, yeah, the only thing that could be possibly better than Lawnmower Simulator is the simulation of Lawnmower Simulator, where you're not actually playing Lawnmower Simulator, you're just simulating playing it. Twice removed from actual yard work. God, I love Futurama. Nice form, though.
No,
Good technique.
That's what you call lawnmower business owner simulator.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is so.
Foreman simulator. Foreplay simulator? Wait.
Is there a foreplay simulator on Steam? I bet there is.
I guarantee you there is.
Does the blade seem a little narrow for a riding lawnmower?
This is the starting lawnmower. I probably should upgrade, but I can't bring myself to do it because this is the fastest of the 3 that you get in the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, then definitely stick with, I mean, speed. Speed counts for everything when mowing a lawn.
Well, I mean, as long as I've mowed 2 weeks worth, and like 2 weeks worth in game, and this is the first time I've taken any hit to my mower's engine. So
see, here's the thing: for a field this size, I wouldn't want to ride on lawnmower. I'd want a manual one just because it's an orchard. It's a lot easier for me to get around those trees.
Absolutely, which is one of the irritants that I have with this game is that they're like, "Oh, we're going to give you these shitty riding lawnmowers right up front," and then you've got to like instead of starting you off with a halfway decent mower like any good mowing company would do.
Yeah. Just give me a walking mower. You can buy a really good walking mower for way less money than a shitty ride on. Remember when Toro used to be really awesome?
Yes, I do. Remember when bush hogs were a thing?
I do remember when bush hogs were a thing.
My dad still has one. It uses a rope to pull start.
Yeah.
Like you have to wind the rope around the gear and everything.
Yeah.
I love
it. That is some old school shit. But yeah, the other thing that's wrong about this orchard is that these trees are just growing straight out of the ground. You're supposed to put like at least a 3-foot radius of mulch around the base of a tree. I don't know. Yeah, I'd have a serious talk with these property owners.
It's okay, as long as they pay me, I'm good.
Love how you're wearing your safety gear too. That's excellent. I can't remember the last time I wore safety gear when I mowed the lawn.
I can't remember the last time I mowed a lawn.
I should wear ballistic glass or safety. Yeah, they are ballistic glasses basically when I mow the lawn, because occasionally a rock does get picked up and it does get shot out.
Oh my god, yeah.
That was my last lawnmower. My last lawnmower just straight up fucking died because it picked up a rock that was. It must have been a big rock because it punched a hole through the side, the rim of the blade, the area that contains the blade.
The shroud. Holy fuck.
There you go. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Those things are made of solid steel.
They are, and it's quite thick steel as well.
Yeah,
it was a good Toro that got trashed.
I was gonna say that proves to anybody how powerful those things can be.
But yeah, that was, so imagine, yeah, that rock, if that had not gone out through the side, if it had maybe gone through the back and into my shin, that would have been bad.
God.
Safety goggles wouldn't have helped me there. The goggles would have done nothing. But
When
still.
I was part of a mowing crew for the local city and for a season, and I was on weed eater detail, walking highways. So they invested in they were like $250 a pair shin guards that had a steel plate that by the end of the season were so chewed up from rocks and shit.
Yeah.
I've got quite a number of scars on my shins from those days.
I remember when I was 14 and my dad showed me how to use the weed whacker for the first time, I was wearing shorts.
Oh.
First and last time I wore shorts weed whacking.
Yeah. Cow.
Of course, I think I stopped wearing shorts altogether when I was 15.
Are you kidding me? I still wear cargo shorts.
Haven't worn shorts in over a decade.
Birkenstocks with socks. I am 100% dad without being a dad.
I walk around in summertime with like full pants and long sleeves on. People are like, "Aren't you hot?" I'm like, "Nah, it's good out." Oh, this is delicious. This is wonderful.
This game is set in the UK and it cracks me up.
Why? Because you have to mow on the left-hand side.
No, because when the cars drive by, they're on the left-hand side, and it throws me the fuck off. It's like, wait, no, that's not right.
Again, this is the problem with the riding mower and not spreading mulch underneath these trees. You'd be whacking your head on these trees, branches.
Yeah, the no clip in this is amazing.
So this is great. This is what I planned out for the podcast for this entire evening, is just mowing the lawn. Masami, when's the last time you mowed the lawn? The grass that grows in the ground lawn. Preemptively correct myself.
That does significantly change the answer. Well, let's see here. When did I last mow the lawn? Probably high school, honestly.
Good Lord, yeah, you people don't know what you're missing.
I once had to mow the lawn for 4.5 hours on a riding lawnmower. I am fucking good.
Yeah, growing up, having 36 plus acres of land to help my father mow, being on a tractor for 6 hours a day, or 6 hours on a Saturday.
Back lawn always took 3 hours, divided into 3 sections of about an hour each, and the front lawn was always about an hour and a half.
My back lawn takes at least an hour.
That's
The
dedication
grass
to trimming.
the grass in my backyard, though, only takes about 20 minutes. I see. Because you got a hairy asshole. Yeah, all right.
Oh. So Leetness said, what was it? StarCraft Remastered is also free right now?
Oh, yeah, if you have Twitch Prime, you can go and grab StarCraft Remastered.
Now, the question is it playable on or through Battle.net, or is it playable through Prime's new launcher that they have, Luna or whatever the fuck it is?
Well,
because they now apparently have their own gaming launcher.
I'd hate to pull away from Lawnmower Simulator, but I'm gonna just for a minute to pop this article up. So earlier this week, pirates liberate games from Battle.net to send a message to Activision Blizzard. The recap of this.
Segue.
Yeah, unintentional segue, like pro move, Zero. So
like what we're seeing on the screen.
Yeah, he's just fucking 1,000% on his game tonight. Special versions of StarCraft Remastered, Warcraft 3 Reforged, and Diablo 2 Resurrected have been released by a Kraken group to be playable without connecting to Battle.net at all. So you are able to play these games standalone once more, as I believe it was intended when they were launched so many years ago. Yes, this was a thing. If you want to get StarCraft Remastered legitimately through Twitch Prime right now, then it is going to need to be attached to your Battle.net account, and you're going to need to log into Battle.net in order to play it. But if you're not too keen on having to be constantly connected to Battle.net to play these games, which are primarily single player with multiplayer options, then you can go to the dark corners of the internet and get these things for free. Assuming that you already own them. Of course, we're not advocating piracy, we're totally advocating piracy. Yeah. That was an article that popped up. I gotta get around these trees. Oh, well.
No,
yeah, well, we're...
Yep.
Makes me wonder if you can do any sort of multiplayer with them. Obviously, you can't go on Battle.net, but...
Yeah, there used to be LAN play.
Now?
there used to be LAN play for StarCraft and Diablo 2. And you didn't need to be logged into Battle.net to do that.
I wonder if it's just you can only just play single player. That's probably what it is, I had to guess. As if you were playing it offline.
Let's see. The Blizzless Project is what the group is calling it, is a project to remove restrictions from classic products of well-known company imposed by network binding to servers. So our team sees the goal in developing alternate servers to be able to use the purchased products without restrictions, without collecting personal data, and after termination of support. So this is also, this effort by this group is also sort of preempting end of service. Because, as we saw last week, Ubisoft is shutting down servers to their own games. Blizzard's library is far smaller than Ubisoft's, but you have to imagine that eventually Blizzard will declare StarCraft Remastered to be end of life, and they will eventually stop providing support for it. How long that is anybody's guess. But I'm looking for you, Omega. I'm trying to see if LAN play is available through these.
I doubt it.
But they do say that they're creating independent servers, or they're making it possible for people to create independent servers for play. I guess the only way to know is to go and grab them. Which, of course, I won't do because I'm a law-abiding citizen. Oh man, even just running around the backyard is very peaceful. It's very relaxing.
There's one more object somewhere in this yard.
I forget the name of the main character from The Secret of Nim, but it's her house. That's what you have to go find. You have to gently lift the log, or the brick that is her house, out of the bush and put it somewhere safe. Anyway, what we were going to start up with tonight was George K. William Shatner, J.J. Abrams, and more Star Trek figures pay tribute to Nichelle Nichols. Nichelle Nichols Uhura on the original Star Trek passed away at the age of 89 of natural causes.
Sad day.
Yep,
May she rest in peace.
She was phenomenal in terms of her acting and attitude. So I have two Nichelle Nichols stories. The first one was when she, I think it was between season 2 and 3 of Star Trek. that she was thinking about quitting, and she didn't really want to be on the show anymore, and she attended a charity event where she met Dr. Martin Luther King. And she got into a conversation with him and mentioned that she was thinking about moving on from Star Trek, and he was flabbergasted and essentially encouraged her emphatically to stay on Star Trek because she was one of the, if not the only African American on primetime network television at the time who was she was an officer on the bridge. She was Lieutenant Uhura, and she was on the bridge every time they shot to the bridge. She was there, and Martin Luther King wanted everybody to see a black woman on the bridge of the Enterprise, and that's why she decided. That is why she said she decided to stay on for season 3.
Yeah, I mean, her significance in just everything that she's done, everything that she was on Star Wars or Star Trek. God damn it, I'm exhausted. I just got back from vacation. I'm exhausted. Sorry. Everything she was, her character was on Star Trek really was like hugely important. She was the first kiss between a African American and a white person.
First interracial kiss on primetime TV.
She was, I mean, hell, she was a black woman who was third in command of a starship in a future where, you know, everybody, no matter who they were, was treated equal. It's pretty incredible what she represented. And like you said, you know, Dr. King recognized that. And I don't think it can ever be overstated how significant of a character she portrayed.
She was the voice of the Enterprise. She was the one who sent out the hails, and if anybody was talking to the Enterprise, if there were any signals picked up, she was the one who informed the bridge crew of, Captain, I've picked up a subspace transmission from da-da-da-da-da-da, and it was the start of the adventure. Also, she came back and had a whole lot of fun with the original Star Trek team on an episode of Futurama, which was pretty fucking cool, which coined my favorite line, one of my favorite lines from Futurama, which is, you think that's bravery? In the 3rd season, I kissed Shatner.
I mean, that does take bravery.
I think I actually just saw something recently where Shatner said something incredibly stupid.
Not Shatner.
I mean, yeah.
He said on Twitter that let's see, let me pull this up. This was I can't find it. Yeah, basically said that he criticized the new Star Trek shows, saying that, like, when did Star Trek get all political?
Okay, yeah, that's profoundly stupid.
Attaboy. Attaboy, Shat, showing your ignorance. Good job, buddy.
What does he think that Star Trek 6 was? Not a metaphor for the Cold War? Remember the episode where the Enterprise goes to that planet where everybody is either black on one side and white on the other, or black on the right side and white on the left, or black on the left and white on the right, and they fucking hated each other? That was pretty political.
Oh, God.
The episode where they go back to a planet that was supposed to have been the back to a planet that was supposed to have been under observation by a Starfleet scientist, and they discovered that the Starfleet scientist taught the people all about the Nazis, and the people basically molded their society into the fascism of the 1930s in the 23rd century. Yeah, that was pretty political.
Yeah, I just posted a tweet where, like, he's asking, when did Star Trek get all political? And they used the example of the people who are half black, half white. And his response was, those were social commentaries. Motherfucker, that's what it means to be political.
Yeah,
God
kind of.
bless
Yeah.
God love him. God love him.
Yeah, it's just a social commentary to say that, fascism is bad. That's the definition of a political opinion.
Apparently, he tweeted back in 2015 that he said Star Trek wasn't political. I'm not political. I can't even vote in the U.S. To put a geocentric label on interstellar characters is silly. Good lord, what an idiot.
Why did they call it the United Federation of Planets?
Oh, his
Federation
Twitter
is a
profile.
political system.
His Twitter profile is literally father to 3 women, Canadian, all caps, not political.
So what you're saying is he's political.
He's retarded.
Well, I mean, we knew that already. Just listen to the man try to sing a song. But
how did he do? How do you even approach doing a rap song as a spoken word?
is that not what rap is anyway?
Yeah, how do you do a spoken word version of a rap song? The answer is he found a way.
Oh, geez. Apparently, at Comic-Con in San Diego over the past weekend, yeah, he said that Gene Roddenberry would be turning in his grave. He'd be turning in his grave at some of the stuff. When asked if any of the new arrivals beat the original series, he answered none of them. So, yeah, Shatner is very anti-woke. And has railed against cancel culture and stuff like that. So he's a grumpy old white man.
Here's the thing, I don't think that any of the new arrivals compare with the original Star Treks at all either. I just don't think that he and I arrived at that conclusion by the same means.
He arrived at it by being he arrived at it by being functionally retarded. You arrived at it by using logic.
It's the I don't know if it's that cut and dry, but yeah, I try to have a reasoning behind why I don't like Star Trek Picard. I feel like my reasons are pretty solid. Why Star Trek Discovery is a garbage program. Why the Orville is closer to Star Trek than any Star Trek on TV today.
Oh, Orville is so good.
I mean, for a Star Trek show, yeah, it is. We're really missing what Star Trek used to be, and Nichelle Nichols passing is just to bring it back around. It's another reminder that, yeah, generation's coming to a close. Oh man, at least George Takei was out front of this. J.J. Abrams, I don't give a shit about. He can go do another Star Wars movie for all I care. Good luck and have fun.
Yeah, he's getting that Disney dinero now.
Yeah, he's one of the long list of directors who are now basically working for Disney. I was thinking about that the other day. Of all the major movie directors that are out there today, who is not doing Disney films? It's Christopher Nolan and Quentin Tarantino, and that's as far as I got.
The mouse is taking over.
Well, after Guardians 3 comes out next year, James Gunn is no longer working for Disney. He will be. He's on borrowed. He's on borrowed time because he was supposed to not be working for Disney. He was supposed to get kicked off Guardians too. I remember this. Yeah, because of a tweet from God knows how long ago, but 2007 or 2000. Yeah, something like that. It was some 2010. Yeah, that was so whatever. James Gunn, I don't consider to be like as big a director as say Christopher Nolan or Quentin Tarantino or Ridley Scott or somebody else. Benicio del Toro. No, not him.
The guy who worked with Benicio del Toro in the last one. Guillermo del Toro. That's the one.
That's it. That dude has got a fucked up mind. I am just saying.
He's lovely. I would rather have a sloppy, potently original idea than mass-produced garbage. And Guillermo del Toro is packed full of original ideas. Except the Hellboy sequels.
I mean, yeah.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Bless you. Ah, yes, you get away from Florida and you come back to your home and allergies are a bitch.
Oh no, I got a head cold on like day 3 of the trip.
Oh, that's the worst.
Well, it's Disneyland. It's full of tiny sacks of germs, otherwise known as children.
Yeah. Yeah, there were a lot of shitty kids, but sometimes observing it is fun in its own right. Like, Disney is really prime quality people watching.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You want to see a lot of people rolling around on mobility scooters? That's the place to be.
I mean,
part of me wants to go down there with large packs of sticks and just throw them out in front of the people on the mobility scooters. See what happens.
I saw some specimens of humanity.
How many people were wearing MAGA hats?
Surprisingly, I didn't see any explicitly overt political anything, really.
That's nice. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's because if they were wearing the political stuff when they walked in, they bought into the capitalism of Disney and got Disney shit and put it on immediately.
They're total fucking shills.
I mean, there's a lot of interesting politics in the world of Disney right now. If you actually do want to get into it, simply
I might as well. Shit.
The war between Disney and Florida Governor DeSantis at the moment, because Disney basically put up the middle finger to DeSantis over his shitty, the Don't Say Gay bill and some other stupid shit that the conservatives in Florida rammed through. So he tried to take away Disney's special sovereign status. And then Disney's like, fine, you know what? You go ahead. We've been maintaining this land for the last however many decades. If you want to take that from us, fine, go ahead. That means that the taxpayers of the 2 counties that we're technically in are going to start, their property taxes are going to go through the fucking roof to pay for this shit. So go for it. Take it from us. So Disney's basically calling DeSantis' bluff, and it's kind of hilarious.
You mean we don't have to pay for water, electricity, garbage removal, any of the basic utilities that are provided by any normal government anymore? We don't have to actually do any of that, and we'll just pay bills to your already existing infrastructure, which, of course, you're prepared. You have enough garbage trucks to come pick up our shit, right? Sure you do. Just close down all this private company. Yeah, I don't know how that's going. I don't pay attention to stuff that's happening in Florida, but I did think it was pretty funny when they're managing their own community. They obviously know how to do it better than you. Just don't fuck with that. Just let them do it.
It goes back way. I mean, this goes back to the creation of Disney.
Yeah, it goes back to the late 60s.
Yeah,
when they purchased the land.
Yeah, I mean, it's its own district in the state of Florida that literally gives the Walt Disney Company the power of the government over that land. So Disney is literally its own city, and the district is about 25,000 acres covering chunks of Orange and Osceola counties. Which includes the 4 theme parks, 2 water parks, sports complex, over 175 lane miles of roadway, 67 miles of waterway, and the cities of Bay Lake and Lake Buena Vista. So it's super legit that Disney's been running this land. As we were driving through, Like all the roads maintained by Disney, all the stoplights maintained by Disney, all the signage is done by Disney. Like they are the government there.
I didn't even think about DPW, all the like paving roads from year to year.
So, yeah, I mean, no doubt they contract that shit out, but like they're the ones contracting it out, not the county, not the state.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Disney criticized the "Don't Say Gay" bill, and so DeSantis got all pissy and started this feud with Disney, and it's goddamn hilarious. And Disney's like, "You know what? We'll call your goddamn bluff."
Who will win in an economic war? The state of Florida or Disney? My money's on the mouse.
Money should always be on the mouse.
That'd be hilarious if the feud with Disney is what ends up sinking DeSantis's future attempt at a larger political career. It's basically all but assured he's going to run for president in 2024.
Yeah, he definitely will run. That would be pretty funny though. If it depends on how badly you piss the mouse off.
Yeah. But I mean, at this point, Disney controls a huge percentage, or fraction, you might want to say, of the entire entertainment industry. And I'm including news and sports and shit in with that too. They own ESPN, they own ABC, which includes ABC News. Like, if they want to fuck with DeSantis, the mouse does not take that shit lightly.
Or maybe Fox Searchlight is going to put out a movie that's got a particularly disagreeable politician from Florida. Not DeSantis, it'll just look exactly like him.
No, that would be something like the Daily Wire would put out some bullshit like that.
Oh, internet. You're so crazy. Alright, just quickly moving on from Nichelle Nichols passing. Real fast here. A new game called Stray came out. I am looking forward to playing Stray. It's currently $30, or it was like 10% off a day ago. I'm gonna wait for it to be a little bit cheaper, but according to SkillUp, Stray has surpassed God of War as the most popular game on Steam of 2022. Highest rated game on Steam in 2022.
How could it not?
Pretty neat.
I mean, it's you play as a fucking cat. You get to be an asshole.
Like, how many people just want to be a cat? This has got to be the best life.
It is. It's pretty phenomenal. First, yeah, there's the cat aspect of it, which is adorable, and then there's the feel of the environment. Basically, you're playing Cyberpunk 2077, but you're playing as a cat, and there aren't any glitches. And it's also a puzzle game. So yeah, it hits all the checkboxes for me.
Yeah, talk about wish fulfillment.
I'm not a furry, but cats are adorable. Some cats.
A friend of mine's has been playing it and said that it is an amazing fucking game.
Yeah, actually, a friend of mine got it as well and recommended it. So it's a given that I'm going to get it and I'm going to play it eventually. I'm just cheap.
I just wait till it goes free on Epic. No,
Yeah.
that won't happen.
Next year it might happen.
Apparently, Epic Game exclusive. They're advertising on their homepage. Goat Simulator 3.
There's a Goat Simulator 3?
There's a... not yet. I think it's in pre-order.
I didn't even know there was a Goat Simulator 2.
Yeah, nor did I. Kind of
that's
bummed
cool.
that it's another Epic Store exclusive, but, you know, it's Goat Simulator. I don't really give a shit. if I'm being totally honest. But yeah, it's currently up for pre-purchase. Available in November, mid-November.
First Goat Simulator game was it was fun for the meme. That was kind of it. I think I spent a half an hour in that game, just bouncing around.
Shove a rocket up the goat's ass.
Yep. Yeah, what was that thing in Far Cry 3 where you had those rockets that you could attach to things?
Yeah, you shove the rocket up a cow's ass and then watch
just
the
put a
cow go
couple
nuts.
rockets on a cow. Watch it go ballistic in the air. Yeah, Goat Simulator was kind of like that with the rockets.
Didn't we actually get that game to do that, and we never did?
I think we tried.
I have Just Cause 3 in my Steam library.
Far Cry.
Oh, Far Cry. Sorry.
And unfortunately, I don't think there's
I-
co-op in Far Cry 3.
I wanted to play the new Far Cry, the newest Far Cry, because one of the pets that you could get in the game was a dachshund who had back issues and had a little wheelchair, and his name was Chorizo.
Hmm.
I was like, yes, I need this. In fact, I
demand it.
I am looking for the. They actually had a statue, a Chorizo edition, that you could buy, and it came with a statue of the dachshund, and I was like, I need this in my life now.
That's so cute.
Speaking of which, that is my wife's current mission in life, is to talk me into getting another dog, and with everything that she's got going on, that's not happening right now.
You do need another dog. Your current dog needs a brother or a sister.
Doc, please don't.
You need another dog. You do.
I mean,
you don't want your dog to be lonely.
I mean, and I agree. At some point, I just destroyed that flower.
That's fine.
At some point, yes, I do want to get another dog. As it stands right now,
flowers grow back.
The only ones that she is looking at are miniature dachshunds, and I have a fear of any dog that has the word miniature in front of its name, because they have so many health issues.
Get yourself a mini husky.
Yeah, I don't know if I can put up with that level of barking.
They are okay. Well, anyone who owns more than one dog knows that one dog is perfectly well behaved and is a model, and the second dog is the Hellraiser. This is just how this is how it's been in my house ever since ever. And there are plenty of other people around me with multiple dogs in the same situation. So you get a second dog, one of those dogs is going to be an angel, and the other one is going to be a terror. But that's part of the personality, you know. That's the cute part of multiple dog ownership. I'm looking to get a third dog, because I usually have 3 dogs. Oh yeah, clear away everything around that bird pond. You know you wanna.
I really do, but it's like $5 per flower that I hit that takes off of the total that I get.
Oh,
just threw an article in the list, and apparently AMD has surpassed Intel on their total market cap. Their market cap is now 153 billion versus Intel's 148.
That's impressive.
Apparently, Intel dropped 9% after a disastrous earnings report, missed profit expectations, declining revenue, and AMD rose 3% in response. So now that maybe not for the first time, but for first time in probably a while, AMD is now a larger market cap.
So if you were to describe this in terms of the size of a lawn, how big would AMD's lawn be in comparison to Intel's lawn?
Doc is really leaning really hard into this lawnmower simulator thing.
The funny thing is that I need to mow my side lawn. I know that I need to. I've just been putting it off for days. I'm probably going to end up doing it tomorrow when I get home.
And we're done.
All right, time for that juicy, juicy paycheck. How much did you make?
Look at those
it gives
nice
you a little
lines.
scenic. Yeah, it gives you a little scenic view. That's so nice. What the fuck? How much did you make?
$368.38.
You know, that's not bad for like 20 minutes of work.
Yeah.
I could get behind that. Of course, the tax man's going to take about half of that.
Sorry, $368.38 at 38 pounds.
Oh, well, that's more.
Pounds, yeah.
That's more in US dollars. So yeah, that's fine. Also, the British government can't take your money because you're American. You'll throw their tea into the... I don't fucking know. See, Zero, you posted this article. Knights of the Old Republic remake is delayed indefinitely, quote-unquote, according to a report.
Yep. And I'm sad.
So, Asper Media was the original developer of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. This is not Knights... this is not the MMO that's currently on Steam or wherever the fuck. This is the good old...
BioWare.
Yeah, the BioWare RPG. Turn-based. He's kind of turn-based.
Yeah.
It was like real-time turn-based. It was a really odd combat system, but Zero and I played the shit out of this. I think Omega also played this significantly. KOTOR and KOTOR 2.
I still play KOTOR. Cannot get behind KOTOR 2. I don't know what it is, but I guess it's been too long.
Could be, yeah. So what? You're only down for the Darth Revan saga. You're not really interested in the whatever the hell the old lady's name is in KOTOR 2.
Yeah, Bash. Yeah.
So the problem is apparently the reason that this was put on hold indefinitely was just because Asper employees were told that the company is seeking new projects and that the remake could be moved to a different developer. But for whatever reasons, they have just decided that this is not in their best interests. They don't have the resources to do this and make an acceptable profit.
I would buy 5 versions of that game. Just bring it out. I will buy 5 versions and give it to my friends. I want a remaster of one of the 2 of those games.
The strange thing about this story that leads off is that Asper completed a vertical slice demo of the remake at the end of June to show the executives at Lucasfilm and Sony. So they had obviously started the project. They had enough for just a very brief sneak peek to show executives, and then the following week after they did that, after they presented it to the executives at Lucasfilm, they fired their art director and their design director. And then things just sort of seemed like it went downhill. So maybe this wasn't received well at Lucasfilm/Sony. And they just showed the demo and then started wrapping everything up. Or maybe Lucasfilm and Sony made a demand that Asper is not able to fulfill. But whatever, we were looking for a KOTOR remaster. It's not happening. It's basically on ice at the moment. Too bad. These things happen.
Yep. That's okay. It'll happen eventually. Somebody
might.
somebody will eventually remaster that game. Everything else is being remastered. Why not that?
Well, the other thing is I haven't taken a look into the modding community for KOTOR. I'm not sure if people have redone texture packages or tried to add missions, or I have no idea what kind of system that KOTOR runs on, if it has anything resembling an API. I just don't know. But if gamers want it badly enough, and if there's somebody out there who is crazy and talented enough, then yeah, this could get done independently, and just add some mods, add a community mod pack for your basic KOTOR game that you own the CD of. That would be crazy. Alright, and the last article before we can start having fun mowing the lawn is that, I think Leetness posted this and it was fucking hilarious. Diablo Immortal has brought in $100 million to developers in less than 2 months after release. So even though this game is a predatory piece of shit, and even though I just hate it based off the mechanics, yeah, $100 million figure. Only Pokemon Go has managed to bring developers 1/10 billion faster.
Yeah, I saw that article and had to share it. It just made me sad inside. It's the one thing I put in there over my vacation that I came across. Yeah. I was like, God damn it. I can't, all the press around this game, so horrifically bad, and just it still made them so much fucking money. There's no going back. This is what everything's going to be. Why are game companies going to spend years and do so much more difficult work to make games that people like when they can just churn out crap like this and make obscene amounts of money faster? Like, This is going to be the future of all AAA gaming. Cram as much monetization in as possible. Any way you can possibly think of to cram in more monetization. That's what they want to do. And the only place to get great games is going to be indie gaming. The big publishers are not going to front the money to construct a AAA game that isn't filled with monetization, because they are doing it as an investment and they want to see that return.
Well, so that's going to put interesting pressure on platforms like Steam and Epic, because if there is, it depends on whether or not there's a financial incentive to host indie developed games, or if their model is just going to change to supporting AAA cash grabs more so than they already do. Because Steam is pretty level about that. When I open up Steam and it advertises new games to me, I'd say like one of them is for a AAA studio, and the rest of the games that I get recommendations for are studios that I've never heard of or that I know are small. So there's definitely, if Steam is going to take a 20% or a 30% cut of sales, it's going to prefer hosting cash grabs. But if there's a large enough demand for games, like, I'm just going to throw out some indie studios like Clay and 11-bit, and I had another one. If there's, a market for that, then hopefully they'll be a little more ferocious in populating their store with indie titles with good games, quote unquote. But I don't know, because I feel like our generation's one of the last generations that knows what gaming used to be like, and the Zoomers are essentially, they've been born into this shitstorm, and they don't know any better, and it's not their fault. They've just never been exposed to really good AAA titles. I don't know.
Well, I mean, and that's like a concern that people have brought up with seeing as how, this is about Blizzard. Let's keep it about Blizzard for a second. with Dragonflight on the horizon for WoW. There are tons of like things that have been data mined, and it's like, okay, now that we've seen the earnings report for Diablo, what are the chances that Blizzard's just not going to lock shit behind a paywall just to get you to buy more shit?
Well, I mean, it's one thing if it's a DLC. Like, I'm.
Oh no, these are like mounts, and you know, one of the achievements is to collect it's like 800 plus mounts. Well, the only way to get to that point is by spending actual money to get to buy the in-store mounts. So like people like Asmongold who get their shit given to them by Blizzard, or they're just shills and throw money at Blizzard like it's, you know, well, because it's their job. And it's like, okay, there are people like me who are achievement hunters, but I know for a fact I'm never going to get 800 plus mounts in that game. I'm not even going to try. But it's one of those ones you're going to find somebody who is going to blow, you know, upwards of $400, $400 or $500 to get all of these mounts off the store just so that they can meet that or get that one achievement.
How much itemization or monetization and stuff is there in WoW?
As it stands right now, the only things that you can buy in WoW are cosmetic. It's pets, it's mounts, it's like transmog gear and shit like that.
Don't forget about your monthly subscription.
Yeah, that and the monthly subscription.
Yeah, I'm not
like,
bothered by the subscription. Like, that's the model that they've always had, so at least they're sticking to that. But
it's also a reason why they don't need to be
win.
gung-ho. It's also the reason why they don't need to be gung-ho about monetizing glitter, is because they do have a constant source, a stream of income. That's not to say they're not greedy. I'm just saying the demand to monetize the game is not as high.
Like, the way that I see it, like, Blizzard's investors just watch them make $100 million in 2 months on this game, and they're going to expect the same out of Diablo 4. And like, they're going to expect that kind of return on investment on their future shit. Like, and sure, there are definitely companies out there that are still making games, but like, as we get into the future more and more, I just think it's going to get worse, worse, worse. And all of these major companies are going to turn into just these horrible fucking money-sucking apps and shit. And God, it's such a dystopian fucking future.
It's getting there. I'm having a hell of a time looking up demographics for age for WoW. There's plenty of demographics as to how people identify by their gender, but I don't care about that. I just care about how old the people are.
Wait,
because I was gonna...
There's actual demographics about...
Yes.
Really?
This is an SAS Global Forum proceeding PDF that says the game is... Jesus, the game is going on. It's over 16 years old now.
Yep. Coming up on 20 years in 2024.
Survey of individuals, let's see, 58.53% were male, 36.31% were female, 3.33% were transsexual, 1.82% other or prefer not to answer. Participants were 20.53% bisexual, 68.04% heterosexual, 7.9% homosexual, and 3.52% prefer not to answer. For some reason, this data is relevant. I don't know why. But in another conversation, I might be glad I had those statistics. My theory going into this, looking for these statistics for age, was that there are more people our age playing WoW than there are new players. I don't think that World of Warcraft is cranking in as many new players today as it was 10 years ago.
Oh God, no. Oh God, no.
Which is another reason why it would be another reason why I'd say it would be unwise to start monetizing raids, for example. You know, like pay at 99 cents at the end of a raid and you have X% of a chance to get a better gear drop. I think that wouldn't go over so well just because the audience is generally older and we know better and we complain louder. We're generally grumpier. But I don't know.
I'm still looking forward to Dragonflight. Honestly, I mean, I've kind of burned myself out on the Old Republic, playing Star Wars because it's just so grindy. And
MMO model. They gotta keep you in game, keep you coming back.
Yeah, but the issue is like with the big difference between WoW and SWOTR is SWOTR is very linear. Like you have a mission, you must complete said mission. Now, granted, you get a lot more from it, but the lore is just not there. It's not tied to anything.
Yeah, tangent. A bit of a tangent, but speaking of Star Wars, I got to fly the Millennium Falcon.
Fucking A. I'm jealous.
Do you have a co-pilot? Did you have a co-pilot? Excuse me.
I did. I had a co-pilot, 2 gunners, and 2 engineers. I was on the Star Wars Smugglers Run ride, and you get to walk through like a set that is like the Millennium Falcon. Like the hallways, they have that little board game, that holographic board game that Chewie and 3PO are playing. Like, fucking so cool. It was awesome.
The holographic board game is called Jajaric.
Yep. You can actually buy that in they have it there in the stores. You can buy the board. It's not actually holographic, but it has the animal pieces on it, and then on the flip side of it, it's a checkers board, and it comes with the checkers pieces as well. It's actually a pretty nice board. I didn't get it, of course, because it was stupid expensive. Holy shit, Disney has really done a great job of merchandising everything.
Yeah. Oh God, yes.
And
it's raining. Would you like an umbrella? $20. It's dark. Would you like a flashlight? $20.
Every ride has a gift shop at the end of it, and I will say the Star Wars world at Hollywood Studios is pretty fucking awesome. Even though it's the sequel trilogy, not it's what is it, Black Point Station, whatever that place is, in the new movies.
Starkiller Base. I don't know.
No, it's like Black Point Station or something like that.
No, it's not Black Point Station.
I don't know. I just want to go down there when they open up the Marvel section. Because I'm a fucking nerd like that.
Oh. What I really want, Zero, is for you. Yeah, I want you to go to Disneyland and achieve your dreams and all the rest of that. But I want you to take lots of pictures too while you're there. But every single picture is just you pointing the camera down at your feet. So, like, about to ride Space Mountain, and it's a picture of your feet.
It's Black Spire Outpost.
Okay.
I had to go in the Oga's Cantina, which was cool. Made me think that like somebody should really open just a non-Star Wars specific, but just like a space outpost themed bar in New York City, and that shit would be so popular. Just make it all weird and sci-fi shit. But we did ride all the Star Wars rides. Those were pretty cool. Went and watched the whole building your own lightsaber thing, building your own droids. Didn't actually pay for that shit because that's such a huge waste of money.
$185 for a lightsaber.
Well, and more or less depending on which like accessories and shit you want, because there's. I mean, that's how it works. You know, you want to get all the cool shit, and then it costs more nickel and diamond you all the way there. And
I think the smartest thing they did when it came to the lightsabers was the black kyber crystals that you can get, like the kyber crystal tubes, and you've got like a 1 in 100 chance to get a black kyber crystal. So, and they're essentially blind bags. So you have to buy like a shit ton.
Isn't that gambling?
I mean,
isn't that gambling? I mean, it's fine. People are going there and choosing to. First of all, you're choosing to go to Disneyland. Obviously, you have the money to do that. And second of all, you're choosing to go and build your own lightsaber, so you have the money to do that. I'm not getting down on Disney or anything, but that is. If you want a dark saber, you have to spend an outrageous amount of money to get all these bags.
To get the crystal, yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I mentioned I was gonna do this earlier, but I haven't done it yet. I'm gonna dump a whole bunch of pictures from Star Wars Land.
Star Wars. I have heard nothing about the next Star Wars movie, and I couldn't be happier.
Are they doing another actual like canon Star Wars movie?
I am fairly certain that there were plans. There were a lot of plans to do a lot of Star Wars movies. I haven't checked those plans for a long ass time, but I was fairly certain after episode 9 that they were going to quit it with the movies and they were going to try to focus on TV shows instead.
That'd be nice.
Also, actors who participate in Star Wars movies have a tendency to quit and never come back because the Star Wars fan base is so fucking toxic.
Like Hayden Christensen. I wonder how big of a payday they had to give him to get him to come back and play.
Look, actually, I think enough time has passed that Hayden Christensen is remembering the past with at least, rose-tinted glasses.
Well, no, I mean he's back and loving it with the new Kenobi shit.
Yeah, there was a brief period of time there, I want to say in like 2003, 2004, when Hayden Christensen was getting a lot of hate because people were just like, oh, he's such a terrible actor and everything. And then the Plinkett reviews came out, and that was actually 2009 or 10. And people were just like, yeah, I guess it's not really Hayden's fault. You can be a really great actor, but if your lines are shitty, then there's not a terrible lot that you can do about that. Also, it came out that George Lucas is apparently a very difficult director to work with. He is not an actor's director. So yeah, I was referring more to Daisy Ridley, who got a metric fuck ton of hate just for playing a character. So it's not her fault that you don't like her character. You think her character is a Mary Sue, so you're gonna hate her in real life? The fuck kind of sense does that make?
I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but yeah, people gonna people.
Also, the dude who played Finn, I know he was enthusiastically done with Star Wars after Episode 9. My god, I love Lawnmower Simulator. I don't actually want to play this game, I just want to watch you play it.
Yes, I'm just like every other video game, I'm absolutely awful at it.
I mean, you're not that bad at going in a straight line. You're doing straight lines. You're gobbling up this whole column right now.
That's what she said?
No. gobble that column. Anyway, yeah, that's all I got for there. I'm looking forward to viewing all of the Disney pictures that are being dumped.
Yep, I did not take many pictures on this trip at all, except for in Star Wars Land, because, you know, that's the only shit I really cared about, to be totally honest.
I was thinking about that before you left. I was like, oh yeah, I hope he takes lots of pictures, and I was like, I don't know. I think this obviously started a long time ago. This is nothing new, but there was a turning point in our generation when people stopped enjoying the environment around them and started living through the lens, and I think that's bad. So I was like, well, I hope he takes a lot of pictures, but I hope he spends a lot of time just soaking in the real world around him.
That's the thing. I'm not a picture guy. I don't really care that much. You know, I'm one of those people who doesn't photo document every moment of my life. And I just, honestly, I took all these pictures to share with you guys because it's fucking cool and we're all a bunch of fucking nerds.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm definitely one of those, like, yeah, I did a thing and I, you know, have those memories and that's cool. And, you know, a couple pictures here and there just to have on callback for those memories is nice, but I don't need every moment of everything photographed. But the Star Wars shit was super cool.
You know, the only time I go nuts taking pictures with camera anymore is when I'm going like to the aquarium or the zoo or something like that with my nieces and nephew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just because, like, I know they're gonna grow up. They grow up like super fast. They're gonna be older soon. I want, you know, like pictures of them doing fun shit when they're like kids, so that I can embarrass them later when they're graduating high school or something.
So here's what's on my camera reel from my trip. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pictures on the airplane because I discovered that there was a cool interaction between my polarized sunglasses and the airplane window. And you can see it there. So I took 9 different pictures of that. And then...
Great.
And then there are 3 pictures of animals in Animal Kingdom when we went on the safari, which was cool. 2 of them are of giraffe. Both of those pictures are awful because we were moving and I missed the head. The 3rd animal picture that I took is actually kind of decent, and it's right there. That's apparently a super rare animal, and there's only, like, you know, whatever handful of them alive, blah blah blah. I don't know, whatever. Doesn't care.
It looks like an ibex.
Yeah, it's something like that. And then I took let's see, a cool picture of the awesome mural inside the Spaceship Earth, the big Epcot ball, whatever that ride's called. It's a pretty cool mural. Then I've got a couple pictures of how one of the rides jacked up my face in a picture. I've got 4 pictures of my girlfriend and her friend that they wanted to take. I've got a couple pictures of some art. I got 1 picture that I sent you guys when I went on Space Mountain. And then I have like 70 pictures from Star Wars Land. Then I have 3 pictures from Germany Land, where I had a liter of beer and a lot of meat of various types. And then I've got like 4 pictures of hilarious neo-Nazi iconography at a shop in Disney World.
When Omega went to the German restaurant and posted the picture of him with a Stein, I was like, so where's all the Nazi memorabilia? And his next response was, actually, and he dumped like 6 pictures.
Yeah, I got 4. There's 4 pictures. And I was like, these aren't even from this. They might have been, I don't know. This is apparently a real fashion label. It's like Hallie Hansen or something.
Yeah, it just happens to be abbreviated HH, which happens to be a Nazi thing.
It stands for Heil Hitler. Like, neo-Nazis use HH all the fucking time. That's literally one of their chants. They have a call and response chant where it's like HH, and everybody says Sieg Heil. HH, Sieg Heil. Like, that's literally a chant that neo-Nazis use at their galaxies as a call and response. Like, it's not unknown. This is not.
Around, you see HH or you see the number 88, then that's a Nazi thing.
Like, those hats are shocking to me that they exist in Disney. Like, I was talking, apparently the people I was with, my girlfriend, her mom, and her friend, like, they weren't aware.
No, neither was Target. Target used to sell fashion. They used to sell shirts and hats and everything with either 88 or just spelled out, or the two numbers 88 or the 8H, and they were completely unaware that was Nazi symbology, and they've since removed all of that merchandise, but that's a major fucking national corporation. They had no idea.
Like, I really just don't understand how. Yeah, so what it's called, Helly Hansen, a Norwegian brand. Okay, was this in? Yeah, okay, this must have been at the shop in Norwayland. Yes, okay, this was at a shop in Norway. Oh, surprise, surprise! We all know. Okay, nothing that neo-Nazis and crazy right-wingers love more than co-opting Norse symbology and stuff like that. So that makes sense in a twisted fucking way. But like, no, I'm now looking around. There's articles going back to 2017 and shit of like, yeah, neo-Nazi folk rock. There was a huge German neo-Nazi folk rock festival where people were wearing Helly Hansen clothes because of the HH and stuff. Like, if you're an actual, like, if you're a clothing label and that's your shit, like, come on, you got to change that.
Yep. Nope. Time for a change.
Yeah, I'm shocked that shit's just sitting in a shop in Epcot.
Oh, look at Hans. We made it to the other end of the factory floor.
I mean, like, you could take some really heinous, racist neo-Nazis and take them to this store and they would buy all this shit. They would buy it all. I was pretty shocked. But other than that, lovely time in Disney.
Yeah, no, it's a great vacation destination.
Wife and I want to go. We just can't ever seem to justify the expense.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Well, that's
like
why
we were looking at it just
fund.
Well, and we do. She gets her bonus at the beginning of the year, and I get my bonus at the beginning of the year, and we take that, and that's our vacation fund. But the issue that we have is that we would have to have a vacation fund for our vacation fund to be able to go to Disney.
You need to set aside thousands of dollars to go to Disney.
Oh, we set aside $2,000 just to go to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, this is like multiple years of I don't take a vacation every single year. I sit on the vacation fund until I have enough money to go somewhere that I want. And in the case of like going to Japan, that was like a decade, a little less than a decade of just putting money aside. You think Disney World is bad? Japan's worse. First of all, getting there, fine. Hotels, pretty expensive. Everything else is twice the price of what you'd expect to pay in like a city in the United States. But that is the Japanese culture. They're a consumerist society. They have taken capitalism and just run with it.
Ran with it.
So yeah, you don't like store a week's worth of food in your refrigerator in Japan. You go out every single day or every other day, and you go to a market and you buy fresh food and take it home and you make it, or you eat it there, or you go to a noodle shop on the street for lunch, or you buy a pack of cigarettes for $20.
It's getting to be about that. I was in a convenience store down here the other day, and a guy bought a fucking carton, and the shit was like, she was like, that'll be $75. I'm like, fuck, really?
For a carton? A carton is
Yeah,
10
that's
packs,
cheap.
dude. That's $7.50 a pack.
That's
I live in
fucking
New York
cheap.
City. It's like $18 a pack here.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
saying these were like, I believe he was buying Pall Malls.
It don't matter. It don't
Well,
matter.
no, but here's the other thing. Like, yeah, New York was the most outrageous place that back when I smoked cigarettes. I don't anymore, obviously. But back then, like a pack of cigarettes when I went to see you the last time Omega was $18, and I was like, Jesus fuck, it's only like $10 in Massachusetts. And then I went to Louisiana the year after I saw you or something, and it was like $4.75 a pack. So it is highly dependent on where you are in the country, but yeah, it is fucking expensive up north. On the coasts, I'd say it's the most expensive, except when you go south of the Mason-Dixon.
Well, Virginia is so cheap because, tobacco is our top export, but
Is it still?
I believe so.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the current base price for cigarettes, like the cheapest legal price for cigarettes in New York City is $13. And, of course, they're adding on a couple dollars on top of that for profit. So,
Damn. Because smoking's bad. Okay. It's bad for your wallet. It's bad for your lungs.
I'm glad I don't buy smokes anymore. Shit.
Yeah. Next thing I gotta do is stop buying alcohol because that's getting really expensive up here. And then I gotta stop eating meat because that's getting expensive up here.
Dude, I am like half vegetarian right now. Not by choice. I'm eating a ton of meals without meat nowadays.
It's even fucking chicken. I mean, steak being expensive, I can understand. I mean, I expect high quality steak, but chicken used to be like $1 a pound.
Dude, eggs are $3 a dozen in the city right now.
Yeah.
$3 a dozen.
Do we think that
It's-
it'll ever go back down again? No, I don't.
No, but the reason why all the poultry products are getting expensive is because them libtards are insisting on the free-range chickens, and that's driving the price up. Chicken!
They're coming to take our gerbs.
They're coming to take our chicken! It's not true at all.
Actually, believe it or not, I was looking the other day at the store, and the organic chicken was cheaper than this prepackaged shit.
Usually, the thing around here is that, I mean, chicken is not $1 a pound anymore. It's still really expensive, but we do have a lot of free-range chicken. We got, like, a lot of agriculture up where I live. I told Meg about this a while ago. Yeah, he's paying $3 for a dozen eggs. I'm getting eggs for free from my neighbors. That's just because of where I live. So there are a lot of chickens around me. So the organic stuff is usually it's packaged closer, it's made closer, it's a local thing. As opposed to
Sounds like
Purdue,
a-
which is chipped out.
Sounds like an excellent deal.
That
It really is. Thank you.
Silent the whole fucking night and comes in roaring with an egg pun.
I
God
figured it.
damn it, Masami.
What, did it
What's up?
scramble you?
Oh, with the two.
Masami is like Saidia in Diablo 3. She's a like half spider, and she's just up in the corner of the room waiting and watching. You think that she's gone, and then boom, egg pun.
Boom. Egg. So,
Oh, I didn't want to
Speak-
make things overly easy on you.
oh god,
God,
with the 3-pointer.
Unacceptable.
Oh
I have
god.
a soundboard.
The kind of cutting it back to games that are coming out that I'm actually looking forward to. Spider-Man. They're remastering the Spider-Man game that came out on PlayStation 4, and I'm actually thinking about buying it.
Great, you're gonna
because
play
they're
the
releasing
Spider-Man
it on
game
PC.
so
Yeah,
that you can
oh, yeah.
play as Spider-Man and do
Yes.
Spider-Man things.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's hard for me to get
Wait.
excited about Marvel stuff. But
I mean, I know PlayStation 4 was out for a long time, but they're remastering a game from just a generation ago?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
Sony's not doing great.
Mhm.
that's a lot.
Yeah, I agree. But hey, you know what? If you enjoy slinging webs, if you enjoy shot web, then
Shot. Yes.
you just go for it.
I mean, I wonder if one day we're just going to start seeing a shit ton of that. Of like, what about if we took all these old great games and made them with today's technology? I mean, we're starting to see it a little bit more and more now, but we've talked about it.
We've seen profitable examples of it. Yeah, D2R is a profitable example of a remarket or a remaster.
I said it before when we had that similar conversation, man. I would love to see a modern remake of GoldenEye.
Oh man,
Oh,
that's
I would
that's one of our first podcasts.
Yeah.
We want a GoldenEye remaster. God damn, seems like so long ago.
Yep.
We're coming up on an anniversary too. That's why I've been harvesting all the data from Discord.
Oh God. Oh no.
Hey, someone's got to come up with this trivia. All right, I'm going to cap the podcast here, but I'm not going anywhere. So yeah, anybody, or everybody, anybody / everybody / lots of people. Thank you for coming along. GG's. We'll be back. I think nobody's like going away on vacation. We're back to regular schedule for a little while.
We are back to full strength.
We're back to full force. Actually, before we cut out, I wanted to ask Masami if she has anything exciting planned for Sunday. Sunday fun day.
Doom?
Doom and destruction.
You guys have a marvelous journey to go on, and it's gonna be a good time for all.
Zero and I brought Leetness back up to speed from what he missed, and
Good.
I put it to him that Bittertooth went fishing, but we never heard like if he caught something or if he was just having fun. He might have met a magical fish friend, like the Katata fish who sent him on a magical quest to free Lemmy-Winks. Something. These South Park references from 2007 doing it for anybody?
I never watched South Park, so no.
It's fine. It's not for everybody. Cartman's an asshole. But the Katata fish is fun. Alright.
Just so you know, if you haven't watched the Streaming Wars Part 2,
I haven't seen Streaming Wars yet.
They give Cartman massive tits.
Good.
It's hilarious.
Who doesn't want a big old pair of titties for at least, like a day?
Dang, I've had
me. I already have a set.
I was gonna say I've already got at least a B cup going here.
Look, you're living with it, but for the rest of us who don't actually have like boobs, I don't think that I want them permanently, but they'd be fun to play with for a day.
I would happily lend them to you if I could detach them.
So I don't want them. I don't. Yeah, it's the whole like I don't want big boobs forever because I don't want back problems. I already got like one back problem, but it's manageable. Anyway, weren't we ending this podcast? Yeah, we are. Bye, everybody. Fuck Putin.
Fuck
Penis.